Wait a second, am I hearing this correctly? You're asking me for $30,000? $30,000? I mean, that's not a small amount of money you're talking about here, Thomas. This is serious. You can't just throw numbers around like that at me out of the blue and expect me to say yes without even batting an eye. What exactly do you think I am, your personal bank? This is honestly shocking. I can't believe you even have the nerve to ask me for that kind of money, especially considering everything that's happened.
Ryan, look, I know it's a lot to ask, and I wouldn't be coming to you like this if I didn't absolutely have to. You know how things have been falling apart ever since I started winding down the business. It's not like the money's just sitting there anymore. It's been slipping through my fingers faster than I can count, and I've got deadlines and bills piling up, and I can't put them off any longer. Trust me, I've tried every other avenue before coming to you. I wouldn't be here asking for help if I wasn't truly out of options.
You think you could just waltz in here and ask me for a handout? Thomas, this isn't some charity. Shouldn't we keep business and personal matters separate, like you used to lecture me about all the time? This isn't the place to start begging. And yeah, I said it, begging, because that's what this is. You're practically groveling. Aren't you embarrassed? You always went on and on about professionalism and drawing lines between your personal life and work. You were the one who drilled that into me, day after day, making sure I knew where the boundaries were. Now look at you, standing here asking for money like that lesson never even mattered.
No, Ryan, that's not what I meant.
Oh, I get it. You still think I'm the same kid who used to run around doing your bidding, don't you? You still see me as the assistant, the guy who fetched your coffee and did all your grunt work. Well, newsflash, I'm not that guy anymore. I'm the CEO now, Thomas. The CEO. I run luxury interiors. You don't. Do you still think that you're the one calling the shots? Let me remind you, you lost the company a long time ago because you couldn't cover your debts. That ship sailed and you're still clinging onto the wreckage. You're stuck in the past, living in those days when you thought that you were untouchable. But guess what? Those days are over. People who can't move on from the past, they're the ones who get left behind.
Ryan, I don't understand where all this hostility is coming from. Did I ever do something to you, personally, that you've held on to all these years? When you were working under me, when I was teaching you everything I knew, did I ever mistreat you? I treated you like family because you are family. You're my son-in-law, Holly's husband, and I wanted to give you every chance to succeed. Do you really think that you got to where you are now all on your own? Do you honestly believe that? Do you even realize how many opportunities you had because I opened doors for you? The network I built, the connections I made over years of hard work, do you know how many contracts you have now because I personally introduced you to those people? You're standing here acting like you built this empire from the ground up, but you're forgetting who helped lay the foundation.
Oh, you want to talk about family? That's rich. This is exactly why you should never work for a company that treats its employees like family. You all talk about being one happy family, but what you really mean is that it's a toxic, dysfunctional mess where people like me get stepped on. I was always the outsider, wasn't I? You and your inner circle, you treated me like I didn't belong. You dragged me along to those meetings, sure, but only so that I could do all the dirty work, handle all the tasks that you didn't want to touch. You treated me like your errand boy, and you didn't even realize what that did to me, did you? Every contractor, every partner we worked with, they all saw me as nothing more than your lackey. They thought that I was just some kid you brought along to handle the grunt work. And now that I finally surpassed you, now that I'm the one in charge, you have the audacity to come crawling to me for help? It's almost laughable.
Ryan, you're misunderstanding everything. You really are. Do you know how difficult it was for me to bring you into the business, to introduce you as my son-in-law? People were already looking at me sideways, wondering if I was going to give you special treatment. So yes, I was hard on you, but it was to prove to everyone that you earned your place. I had to be tougher on you than anyone else, because the moment people thought that I was favoring you, it would have been over for both of us. Behind closed doors, I did everything to support you, to guide you. But in front of others, I had to maintain a certain image to protect both of our reputations. That's why people respect you now. They didn't see you as some entitled son-in-law. They saw you as someone who worked hard, who deserved to be where you are. And as for the contractors treating you casually, that wasn't because they underestimated you, it was because they trusted you. They knew you through me, and they were comfortable with you. It wasn't disrespect, it was familiarity.
Oh, here we go again. You're always right, aren't you, Thomas? And I'm always wrong. I've heard this speech 1,000 times before, and frankly, I'm tired of it. Can you just stop? Stop with the lectures, stop trying to teach me. I'm not some kid fresh out of college. I'm not your assistant anymore. I'm the one running things now, and yet here you are coming to me asking for a favor like nothing's changed. You have got a lot of nerve, but let me make one thing clear. I'm not giving you a cent. You may have been able to boss me around back in the day, but those days are over. Back then, I had to suck it up and play nice because I needed something from you. But now? What do I need from you, Thomas? What more can you offer me that I don't already have?
Ryan, I'm honestly at a loss for words right now. I can't believe that you're talking to me like this. After everything that we've been through, after everything I did for you, you're really standing here telling me that you won't help your wife's father? Even if you've got issues with me, can't you at least think about Holly? Doesn't she mean anything to you anymore? Couldn't you help me out, if not for my sake, then for hers?
Oh, now you're gonna bring up Holly. I was waiting for that. I knew you would play that card eventually. You think mentioning her is going to change my mind? So let me tell you something, Thomas. Holly and I haven't been living together for a while now. So why should I help you, or even care, when we're barely even a couple anymore? You have been out of the loop for so long you didn't even know that, did you?
Wait, what? What did you just say? Living apart? You're telling me that you and Holly are separated? How could you do that to her, Ryan? How could you leave her like that? How could you walk away from your wife, the woman you promised to take care of, to love, to stand by? This is Holly we're talking about, the woman who stood by you, the mother of your child, and you're just, walking away like it's no big deal?
So what exactly is it that you expect me to do, Thomas, huh? What do you think I should have done? Stick around just because it's the right thing to do? Just because we have history? Because we have Ethan? It's not that simple.
I expect you to honor the commitment you made when you married Holly. I wasn't thrilled about you from the beginning, you know that. When you first showed up at our doorstep, I didn't think that you were the right man for her, but I saw how much effort you put in. You were so devoted to her, and you worked hard. I respected that about you, and that's why I gave you my blessing. But now, after all that, you betray her like this? You've got a child together. How can you, as a father, just up and leave? You're supposed to be there for Ethan. What kind of a father leaves his own child and goes off on his own like this? Don't you have any sense of responsibility?
Huh? Is that what you think this was all about? You really believe I married Holly because I loved her? That's cute, Thomas, really. Let me break it down for you. From the start, I knew what I was getting into. I knew all about your business, your connections, the legacy you built. I also knew you didn't have a son to pass it on to, so I saw an opportunity. If I married into the family, everything you would have given a son would fall to me. Isn't that what you wanted? A son-in-law who would take on the family business just like a son would have. Well, I did exactly what you wanted. I played the role of the devoted son-in-law. I worked hard for the company. So tell me, what more do I have to gain by sticking around? I've got everything I wanted from you.
What? What are you saying, Ryan? This isn't the man I thought I knew. What happened to the Ryan who cared about Holly? The one who put her first? No one could have faked that. You can't convince me that none of that was real. So many people saw how much you cared for her, how much you loved her. Don't tell me that was all an act.
Oh, come on, Thomas. You're really gonna sit here and tell me that I loved her? Let's just pretend for a minute that I did, okay? What does it matter now? Holly doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I don't see her the way that I used to. I mean, Ethan's all she cares about now, and frankly, I don't think he even notices me half the time. It's like I don't even exist in his world. So why should I stick around for a kid who's gonna grow up barely remembering me? I have my own life to live. Before I'm Ethan's dad, I'm still my own man. I'm more than just a father, Thomas. I'm a human being with my own needs and desires, and I'm not gonna let Holly or Ethan hold me back. If I wasn't good enough for you back then, maybe you shouldn't have given me your blessing at all. Once you did, I became part of your world, but now that I've moved past that, let me be blunt, you're not even worth my time anymore. A father-in-law with no money isn't someone I care to associate with. Do you understand? I have more money, more power, and more influence now than you ever did. So why should I waste my time on this conversation? I'll leave you with this. You only ask for favors when you have something to offer in return. That's how the world works, Thomas. Right now, you don't have anything I want, so why on earth would I give you my hard-earned money? There's no reason for me to waste it on you. Now, if you don't mind, I've got important things to do. I'm busy, and this conversation is over. You can go now.
So that's it? You said your piece and now you're done with me? I understand what you're saying loud and clear, Ryan. But let me give you one final piece of advice. You'll regret this. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day you'll look back and wish you'd made different choices. Mark my words, Ryan, you will regret walking away from your family, from everything we gave you.
Well, I guess we'll see about that, won't we? I look forward to seeing you try to make me regret it. Good luck with that. But now, if you'll excuse me, I've got better things to do than stand here listening to your speeches.
Unbelievable. You're really just gonna walk away, aren't you? Not even a second glance. I remember the first time you came to my house, the way you practically begged me for permission to marry Holly. You were so earnest, so desperate to win my approval. I can still see that moment in my mind clear as day. How could you change this much? How could you become this man?
I hope the food was to your liking. I tried my best to prepare something special, but you never know how it'll turn out. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when you're cooking for important guests, especially when they're part of the family. Was it okay? I know I'm always fussing over little things.
Oh, it was more than okay, really. It was absolutely delicious, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Every bite was a joy. Even though I'm so full I feel like I might burst, I can't stop wanting to take just one more bite. You have this way of making food that keeps me coming back for more, no matter how much I've already had.
Oh my, really? Hearing you say that makes all the effort worth it. It just warms my heart to see you enjoy it so much. There's something so satisfying about watching someone appreciate your cooking, and I've been keeping a close eye on you, you know. I've noticed how you're always looking after Holly, making sure she's taken care of before you even think about yourself. Like when she struggled with the fish, you didn't hesitate to set aside your own meal to help her out, picking out the bones so she wouldn't have to worry about it. That's what a good husband does. I'm proud of you for that. Don't you think so, Thomas?
Dad, why aren't you saying anything? Ryan's going to feel awkward if you don't speak up. He came all the way here to meet you, to introduce himself properly. I know you're thinking something, so don't just sit there in silence. Say what's on your mind.
It's okay, Holly. I know exactly how Thomas feels about me, even if he doesn't say it out loud. He must think that I'm not good enough for you, and I get that, I really do. I'm not going to pretend that I'm perfect, so please don't push him. It's fine, I can handle it.
It's not that I dislike you, Ryan. I don't hate you or anything like that. But if I'm being honest, and I think it's better to be honest here, I'm not sure that you're the right person to be Holly's rock, the man that she can lean on when things get tough. I don't know if you have what it takes to be the kind of partner she deserves. You're in your early 30s now. It's not a bad age to settle down, but it's not exactly young either. And from what I understand, you haven't really prepared for this. You don't have much in the way of savings or a stable career yet, do you? You're still figuring things out. That makes me worry. From where I'm sitting, it looks like the two of you are taking a huge gamble, betting on love to carry you through life. And while I respect that, it's hard for me as a father to fully support it. You'll understand one day when you have kids of your own. All a parent ever wants is to see their child safe and happy, living without unnecessary struggles. But sending my daughter off with someone who isn't ready to take care of her, it fills me with concern. I hope you can understand why I'm hesitant.
Dad, I know exactly what you're worried about. I hear you, loud and clear. You're afraid I'm rushing into this, that Ryan and I haven't thought it through enough. But you always told me that you wanted me to be happy, more than anything else. And Ryan is the one who makes me happy. When I'm with him, I smile. He makes me feel loved, truly loved, in a way that I can't even explain. Every day I realize just how much he cares for me, how much he cherishes me. I know it's hard for you to see that, and maybe it doesn't make sense from where you're standing, but trust me, Dad, Ryan is the person I want to be with. I wish you could see that.
I think both of you understand why Thomas is worried. It's not that he doesn't want you to be happy, Holly. And it's not that he dislikes Ryan. It's just that, as parents, we've been through a lot, and we know how hard life can be. We don't want to see you struggle. But here's where I see things a little differently than Thomas. I don't think anyone starts a marriage perfectly prepared. Who among us was truly ready when we got married? No one, especially at your age. Sure, you might be lacking in some areas, and there will be challenges. But if your love is genuine, if you truly care for each other, you'll find a way to get through it together. I believe that love makes people stronger, more resilient, and that's something you can't do alone. You'll learn and grow faster when you're supporting each other. For me, that's what really matters. It's the heart, the intent, the commitment. And I remember Thomas being the exact same way when we were your age. Isn't that right, dear?
You don't need to bring that up in front of the kids, Susan. There's no need to air out our personal history like that. It's not something to brag about.
Wait, really? Mom, you and Dad went through this too? I had no idea.
Oh, absolutely. Your dad might be all successful and put together now, but when we first got married, it was a whole different story. He didn't have anything. Not a steady job, not a savings account, nothing. But I didn't care, because I knew in my heart that this was the man I wanted to spend my life with. I could see how hard he was willing to work, how determined he was to build a future for us. And I knew that no matter what, he would always take care of me, keep me safe, and make sure I never felt lonely. When you know that about someone, it doesn't matter what they have or don't have. You just know. Plus, let's be honest, he was exactly my type. I couldn't resist his charm.
Well, that's enough of that. No need to go overboard with these stories.
Thomas, I'm well aware that I'm not the most impressive guy on paper. I know I fall short in a lot of areas, especially when it comes to providing for Holly. I don't have a fancy job or a big house, and I haven't achieved anything significant yet. I can understand why you would be worried. If I were in your shoes, I would probably feel the same way. But one thing that I can promise you is that my love for Holly is as real as it gets. I know it's hard to believe, and I know that I still have a long way to go, but I am committed to proving myself to you. Over time, I want to show you that I'm not just talk, that my actions will back up everything I've said. I'll work tirelessly to make sure Holly is happy, that she never regrets being with me. All I'm asking for is a chance to show you what I can do. Just give me that chance, and I swear I won't let you down.
Let me ask you this. Can you hold your liquor? You seem like a polite young man, but how are you with alcohol? Do you drink well, or are you the type who needs to call it a night after 1 or 2 glasses?
Oh, well, I wouldn't say I'm a heavy drinker, but I'm not a lightweight either. I can definitely hold my own, though I'm far from an expert. I can drink responsibly, and if you're offering, I'd be happy to share a few drinks with you. It would be an honor to drink with you, Thomas. I'll give it my all.
That is the wrong attitude, Ryan. Don't think of drinking as something that you have to give your all to. What's the point of drinking yourself into the ground? It's not about how much you can drink. I just want someone to drink with, someone to enjoy a few drinks and a good conversation with. I'm talking about taking it slow, enjoying the moment. Let's not overdo it. And you know what? I've been thinking, how about you come and work for me? I've got no sons, just Holly. If I'd had a son, I would have passed everything I know down to him. But since I don't, I want to pass my skills on to someone who'll appreciate them. If you're serious about this, I might just put my trust in you.
Thomas, I'll give it everything I've got. Whatever task you give me, I'll tackle it head on. I'll work hard to prove to you that I'm worthy of your trust, and I won't let you down. You have my word.
Ryan, don't make promises you might regret. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. My dad's tough as nails when it comes to work. It's not going to be easy. And the interior design business? That's no walk in the park. Honestly, it's harder than you can imagine. I'm not trying to scare you, but you've never done anything like this before. It's going to be a whole new world for you.
I know it's not going to be easy, Holly, but nothing worthwhile ever is, right? Everyone struggles when they start something new. The important thing is not to give up when things get tough. Some people let the difficulty overwhelm them and quit, but others, the ones with real grit, they push through no matter how hard it gets. I want to be that kind of person. If Thomas is willing to guide me, I'll take every bit of advice he gives me and follow it to the letter. I'm determined to walk down the path he sets for me, and I'll do it with everything that I've got.
That's the right attitude to have, but don't go into this thinking it's going to be a smooth ride. I've been in this business for decades, and let me tell you, I have seen a lot. It's not just the hard work, it's the setbacks, the failures, the disappointments. You're going to face challenges you've never even thought about, and sometimes it'll feel like everything's against you. I didn't get to where I am by luck. I built this company from the ground up through years of struggle, so don't think for a second that this is going to be easy.
I understand what you're saying, Thomas, and I know that this won't be a walk in the park, but I've heard that starting with a blank canvas is the easiest way to create something great. I'm like that blank canvas. I don't have the experience yet, but that means I'm open to learning everything from the ground up. I don't have any bad habits to unlearn. I'm a clean slate, ready to absorb all the knowledge that you're willing to pass on. I believe that when you offered me the chance to work for you, it's because you saw something in me, something like persistence or potential. I'm not just asking for this opportunity to prove myself to you, but also to Susan and Holly, who believe in me. I'll do whatever it takes to show you that I am serious. If I stumble or make mistakes, don't go easy on me. Treat me like your own son. Push me, challenge me, and if I fall, I'll get back up stronger than before. I'm not just talk, Thomas. I'll show you what I'm made of.
I like your spirit. You've got a lot of guts, I'll give you that. You sound like you're ready to head into boot camp with that military attitude of yours. But relax, Ryan, this isn't a drill sergeant's camp. I'll be tough on you when it comes to work, sure, but for now, let's just enjoy ourselves. No need to be so stiff. Loosen up a bit.
Holly, you're lucky, you know that. Ryan seems like he's going to be a solid partner for you. Watching him reminds me of when your dad and I were younger. I don't have a single worry in my heart because I can see that same determination in Ryan's eyes. He's got the same drive your dad had.
Well, of course, Mom. It's no wonder, right? I'm your daughter, after all. It only makes sense that I'd choose someone just like Dad. It's like history repeating itself. I've got no doubts about Ryan either. I know he's got what it takes, and I'm going to be right there beside him, supporting him every step of the way.
Thank you, Susan, and thank you, Thomas. Holly, I can't tell you how much it means to me to have your support, too. I won't let any of you down, I promise.
Well then, it's settled. You've got a whole team of people rooting for you now, Ryan, so let's get to it and see what you're really made of. Show us that when you set your mind to something, you can achieve it. I want to see you prove to everyone that you're not all talk. Let's do this. Holly, explain yourself right now. What's this I hear about you and Ryan living separately? You've been hiding that from us? Why am I hearing this from Ryan, of all people, instead of from you? Do you think I should be finding out something so serious from him, not you?
Dad, you've already talked to him? I didn't know he was going to bring it up. We're not even officially divorced yet. We're just living apart for now, trying to figure things out. He promised me he wouldn't say anything until I was ready to talk about it. And now this. Of course he went ahead and told you.
Wait, what are you saying? Is this true? You and Ryan are separated. What about Ethan? Why on earth would you keep something like this from us, Holly? We're your parents. We would have understood. You didn't have to carry this burden all on your own.
Ethan is with me, Mom. I didn't want to add to everything you're already dealing with. After Dad closed the business, I knew there were so many things you both had to worry about. The last thing I wanted was to burden you with my problems. You've been through enough as it is.
But even so, Holly, this is too much for you to handle alone. How could you keep something this big from us? How are you managing Ethan and everything else on your own? It's not fair for you to bear all of this by yourself.
Mom, Ethan's still young. He needs me more than he needs Ryan. And the truth is, I can't live without Ethan. He's the only thing that's keeping me going right now. Just having him close makes me feel like I can keep moving forward. I couldn't imagine getting through this without him by my side.
You're making us out to be useless parents. Do you think that because I wrapped up my business, I've given up on everything? Do you think I'm so broken that I can't even help my own daughter with her troubles? Holly, I haven't fallen apart, not by a long shot. I'm still here. You should have come to us.
That's not what I thought at all, Dad. I didn't mean it like that. I just needed time to process everything on my own. I couldn't even talk about it because if I said it out loud, it would make it all too real. I wasn't ready to face that reality yet. I wanted to wait until I had things sorted in my head. Once I figured it all out, I planned to tell you everything.
Oh, honey, why are you crying? What did Ryan do to you? I can't believe this is happening. What did he say? What made you reach this point?
He's seeing someone else. I didn't want to believe it, but I saw it with my own eyes. He told me he doesn't want to be with me anymore. He said he doesn't even feel anything for me as a woman. He doesn't want to live with me, and he doesn't even want to see me.
What? That doesn't sound like the Ryan I know. How could he do this? I don't understand. And what about Ethan? Where does Ryan think he fits into all of this? How could he betray you both like this?
Mom, I think he sees Ethan as an obstacle. He told me that his life would be so much easier if Ethan weren't around. Without him, it'd be simpler for him to be with the other woman.
Can you believe that? How could a father say something so awful about his own child? How could he even think that Ethan is the reason his life isn't what he wants it to be?
Ethan's just a kid, and he's already being treated like he's in the way. How could Ryan say that about his own son?
He said Ethan's a burden? Is that what came out of his mouth? Oh my God, Holly, what has happened to him? He can't go around saying things like that. Does he have no shame? No decency? How can he treat his child like that, as if he's disposable? That is beyond disgraceful. This is his own flesh and blood we're talking about. What kind of a man says something so heartless? Holly, how did you find out he was cheating? There had to be something, some way that you figured it out.
I feel so stupid, Dad. The signs were there, but I ignored them because I didn't want to believe it. It was the woman who works as his secretary at the company. Every time I went to visit him at work, She'd look at me in this weird way, but I shrugged it off, thinking I was just being paranoid. I thought I was imagining things, but now I know I wasn't. And when I wasn't around, the employees were treating her like the boss's wife. They'd even call her ma'am and flatter her all day. Then, when I showed up, they'd quickly change their tone, pretending everything was normal, acting like nothing was going on. It was all a big charade, and I was the fool who didn't see through it. I walked around smiling like an idiot, thinking I was part of the team, while they were all laughing behind my back. They must have thought I was so clueless. And even when Ryan was glued to his phone day and night, I didn't think much of it. I just assumed they were exchanging work messages and that things were going well at the office. I convinced myself that everything was fine, that the long hours and constant texting were just part of running a business. I didn't want to make waves or add to his stress. I tried my best to avoid jumping to conclusions, to give him the benefit of the doubt, because I thought it would just be another burden for him. I never imagined this was what was really happening. Oh, my poor baby. You don't deserve any of this. Not after everything you've done for that man. You know, one day Ryan came to me all apologetic, saying how sorry he was for being so busy and not giving us the attention we deserved. He said he felt terrible about it, so he planned a surprise. He booked a 1-week trip for Ethan and me to go to France. It sounded like a dream come true. I was so excited, I couldn't even sleep the night before because I was already thinking about all the places we'd visit, the fun we'd have. Ethan was bouncing off the walls, he was so thrilled. We were all packed and ready to go, but at the last minute, the flight got canceled. Can you believe the timing? It's like the universe was trying to tell me something, like it was a warning sign I didn't know I needed. So instead of heading to the airport, we came back home. And what do I find? Ryan, in our home, the home I share with Ethan, with her, right there. They were both so shocked when I walked in. The look on their faces said it all. They didn't even have time to compose themselves, and it was obvious why. They weren't dressed. They were completely caught off guard. What? How could anyone be so shameless? So disgusting? In your own home. In the house where you live with your child. The place where Ethan sleeps, eats, and feels safe. How could he bring that woman into the very space that belongs to his family? What kind of man does that? It's inhuman, Holly. It's beyond betrayal. It's revolting. And he just carried on like it was nothing. No fear, no shame. I can't even wrap my head around it. That house. Do you know how much thought your father put into every detail when he designed it? He made that house for you, with his own 2 hands, and now it's tainted by Ryan's disgusting actions. There isn't a single corner of that home that doesn't have your dad's touch. How could anyone violate that space? That's not just cheating. It's like he ripped apart everything your dad built for you. I did everything I could, Mom. I looked him in the eye and asked him how he could be such a monster, how he could do something so inhuman. I told them both how disgusting they were, how ashamed they should be, especially Ryan. How could he do that to Ethan? I poured my heart out, and you know what she had the nerve to say? She actually asked me if I'd ever heard of an office affair. Can you believe that? Office affair. Mom, Dad, she told me I had no idea what was going on at the office because I was at home caring for our child and that I was so out of the loop that I couldn't possibly understand. She said that while I was busy with Ethan, Ryan needed someone to talk to about work, someone who understood him, someone who could support him when things got tough. And of course, she was there for him. She was the one who got him through those difficult days, and their bond grew stronger over time. She actually said she couldn't help falling in love with him. I was speechless.
So they're just out there living their lives without a care in the world? No remorse, no guilt, acting like everything's fine while they've destroyed your life and Ethan's? Bring that scumbag and that woman right here, right now, Holly. Let me deal with him. I won't rest until they're both too scared to even look you in the eye ever again. I'll make sure they know what real consequences look like. That house, our house, that was built with my sweat, my time, and my heart. Every nail, every floorboard, every design was for you, and they dare to defile it? They don't deserve to walk the earth like normal people, not after what they've done.
Let it go, Dad. He's not coming back. I've screamed, I've cried, I've done everything I could. But he's made up his mind. It's over. The more I saw how heartless he was, the more I realized I couldn't keep holding on to him. I don't want to. Not anymore. There's nothing left to save.
Holly, you've made the right decision. I know this isn't easy for you. You've always been so thoughtful, always overthinking things because you care so much. You were probably thinking about Ethan, right? That's just who you are. A great mom. But here's the truth. A father like Ryan is better off out of Ethan's life. No child deserves a father who sees them as a burden. If Ryan stays in the picture, Ethan will grow up with a man who doesn't care about him. And that's worse than not having a father at all. Don't worry, Holly. Your father and I will always be here to protect you and Ethan. We'll stand by you no matter what.
Holly, I'm so sorry. I feel like this is all my fault. Ever since I closed down the business, it feels like I've lost control of everything. That's probably why Ryan started acting like this. Before, he would do anything to stay on our good side, always trying to prove himself, always eager to make sure he impressed us. And now that I'm no longer running things, he thinks that he can just walk all over us. He thinks he's free to treat us however he wants. I made him into this man, and now he's forgotten everything we did for him. But don't worry, I won't let him get away with it. Holly, I'm going to get back on my feet, and when I do, I'm going to make sure Ryan knows exactly who he's dealing with. He'll regret ever thinking he could look down on us. I'm done giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'll wipe away whatever feelings I had for him. He's going to pay for what he's done.
I'm here, Dad. What's going on? You called me over out of the blue at this hour. It's late, and it sounded urgent.
You're here. Good. But what about Ethan? Where is he? You didn't bring him with you, did you?
Mom, it's really late. Ethan's with the sitter. I told her I'd be back soon. I'm just here for a bit to see what's going on. What's this about, really? What's so important that I had to come over right now?
I'll get straight to the point. Is Ryan still running around like he's lost his mind? Has he changed at all? Or is he still making a fool of himself?
Why even ask? I wasn't going to bring it up because it just makes me sick to my stomach. But if you want to know, no, nothing's changed. I've tried to ignore it, but when you know so many people in the industry, word gets around fast. I don't even have to go looking for it. The rumors find me. And of course, those kinds of stories spread faster than anything else. After we separated, it was like he thought he had nothing left to lose. He didn't waste any time. From what I hear, he's moved in with her. It's out in the open now, like it's no big deal. And you know what's sad? I've become so numb to it all. Hearing about it doesn't even faze me anymore. It's like I've run out of feelings. I don't care.
I just can't believe it. I still remember the first time he came to our house. So innocent and polite, introducing himself like he had all the respect in the world for your father. He was all, "Yes, sir, no, sir," like he couldn't wait to learn from Thomas, to get a chance to prove himself. And now he's just thrown it all away like it never mattered. It's true what they say. You really can't trust people. They'll always find a way to disappoint you.
Yeah, well, I believed in him too. I trusted him. I saw the way he used to look at me, like I was the only person in the world that mattered to him. I thought he was so hardworking, so reliable. That was the man I married. Or at least, The man I thought I married. It's hard to believe that person even existed now.
There's no point in dwelling on it. It's done. He's not a part of our lives anymore. He's someone else's problem now, so why waste energy thinking about him?
You're right, Dad. I know. I just don't want to keep rehashing it. It's pointless and it only drags me down. Is that what this is about? You called me here just to talk about Ryan. That seems a little strange.
Exactly! I've been asking him the same thing since before you got here. He keeps saying he'll tell us once you arrive, but now that you're here, we still haven't gotten to the point. Come on, Thomas. You've got us both on edge. What's the real reason you called her over? We're dying of suspense here.
All right, let me explain. You remember all those companies I used to work with before I wrapped up my business, right? You know, back when things were still running smoothly. Well, just because I stepped down doesn't mean I lost all of my connections. And it certainly wasn't because I did anything wrong that the business folded. It wasn't my fault. A lot of those people still have a lot of respect for my work and my reputation. Anyway, one of those old contacts, a pretty big shot, he reached out to me. He's offering me a position as an executive, and it comes with a major project to oversee. It is a huge opportunity, and he trusts me with it. But here's the kicker. You'll never guess who's been desperately trying to secure a contract with this company. It's Ryan. He's been scrambling, trying to win this deal like his life depends on it.
Ryan? Really? Of all people?
Yeah, really. But here's the thing. This project, it's not just any small deal. This contract would have locked him into a partnership with a big company for years. We're talking about a deal that could have secured him work for the next decade, if not longer. But you know what? Ryan blew it. His reputation's already in tatters, and nobody's willing to trust him. It's not just about business, Holly. It's personal. In this industry, relationships and trust mean everything. But with Ryan, it's common knowledge now that he's been living it up with company money, blowing it on luxury, acting like the company's bank account is his personal ATM. I've heard stories about him spending wildly on everything, from fancy restaurants to who knows what else. I mean, we're talking about extravagant, reckless spending. And just recently, he even bought a house under the company's name, as if no one would notice. The whole thing is a mess. It's no wonder they're all pulling away from him.
Wait, are you serious? He's using company funds for his personal life. That's more than just irresponsible. That's illegal. How can anyone think that's okay? What he's doing is criminal. He's practically embezzling money from his own company. How does he not see that? It's not his personal piggy bank. My God, he's lost his mind.
It's fine, Mom, really. There's no need to get worked up about this anymore. It's not worth it. Dad, what's the deal? Why was Ryan so desperate to land that contract? Do you know what was going on behind the scenes?
So that's what you want to know, huh? Well, here's the truth. I got the contract. Ryan didn't stand a chance. You didn't need to ask me because it's been all over town already. The real reason he was so desperate to land that deal was because he was planning to use the signing bonus to cover up the hole he dug in his company's finances. The company's funds are practically drained thanks to his reckless spending. He thought that by landing this deal, he could quietly fill the gap before anyone noticed. But if he didn't get that contract and the money didn't come through, his company would go under. It's that serious. And even if he had managed to fix it this time, you know what? He'd just keep living the same way, spending without a care, like he could never run out of money. He is in way over his head, and you think that I'm just going to stand by and watch him pretend everything's fine? Not a chance. Thankfully, people haven't forgotten the work that I did when I was running my company. My reputation still holds up, and it made securing this contract easy for me. Even people who didn't know me personally had already heard about my experience through word of mouth. It wasn't hard at all to seal the deal.
Well, thank goodness for that. It's a relief to know the good people are winning for once. It would have been awful if someone like Ryan kept getting away with everything. I still remember why your business had to close in the first place, Thomas. It wasn't because you made bad decisions. You could have saved yourself, but instead, when your company hit hard times, you opened your own wallet to make sure all your employees were taken care of. You paid them out of your own pocket, even though it meant sacrificing your own savings. Back then, I used to think you were too soft, that you were more worried about taking care of everyone else than looking after yourself and your family. I thought you'd lose everything, and it seemed like you had. But I guess all those good deeds are finally coming back to reward you. Life works in strange ways, doesn't it?
That's exactly why it's important to always be generous, whether people are watching or not. No one can survive on their own, not in this world. It's a simple truth. When you help others, you help yourself. I wanted Ryan to understand that, to learn that lesson from me, but somehow he didn't absorb any of that. Instead, he picked up all the wrong habits, the ones I never meant to teach him. He missed the point completely. It's like all he learned from me was how to take advantage of people. I don't even believe my success was purely because of my own abilities. I had plenty of flaws, plenty of areas where I wasn't the best, but I succeeded because I worked with others, and they worked with me. Together, we filled each other's gaps. That's how I built my business. Even after the company went under, there were still people who believed in me, people who trusted me enough to want me back. And that's why I'm getting a second chance now. It's all about the relationships you build.
Listen to your dad, Holly. You know he's being humble, but he's not wrong. There's no one like him in this world. I mean, how many business owners would put their employees first, even when they're losing everything themselves? He really is one of a kind, and I'm so proud of him.
I know, Mom. I agree with everything Dad's saying. He's right about all of it.
Now, I'm not going to toot my own horn here. I'm just telling it like it is. But seriously, Holly, when are you planning on finalizing the divorce? You can't keep delaying this forever. It's time you move on, don't you think?
I've already tried to get things moving, Dad. I told Ryan I didn't want to drag this through the courts or make it a public spectacle. I suggested we do it quietly and go for a mutual, uncontested divorce. But he's not having it. He's refusing to go along with the plan.
What? Why? What possible reason could he have for dragging his feet? Does he think he's the victim here? What does he think he has to gain from stalling?
He said he wouldn't pay me a dime in alimony, and then he went on to accuse me of using Ethan as an excuse to try to get money out of him. He even had the nerve to suggest I leave Ethan with him if I want the divorce so badly. Can you believe that? He'd rather take Ethan than pay me anything. It's insane. I'm not the one who destroyed our marriage. I'm not the one who cheated. And yet here I am, being made to feel like I'm the one at fault. It's driving me crazy. I don't even know how to handle this anymore.
Let him do whatever he wants. Let him think he's in control. I'd like to see him act so high and mighty when he has to face me. He thinks he's got all the power, but we'll see how confident he feels when he has to deal with me in person. Let him play his games for now. It won't last. Ryan, we need to have a serious conversation. Right now.
Oh, not this again. What are you doing here? Do you even realize where you are? What are you trying to pull by showing up like this? Haven't we said all there is to say? I thought I made things clear the last time we spoke. There is no point in dragging this out any longer. I don't want to waste my time or money on any more of this nonsense. And let me tell you something. The more you push like this, the more you're making things worse with Holly. You're just driving a wedge between us. Don't you see that? Is that what you want? Do you really want to be the reason Holly and I can't work things out? Do you want her to hate you? Because if you keep this up, you're going to lose her for good, and it'll be all your fault.
Keep talking. Go ahead. Run your mouth all you want. You've got a lot to say, don't you? But none of it's hitting home. You're just spewing words that don't mean anything to me. Keep going, Ryan, because I am not listening.
Excuse me? You think that you can just talk to me like that? Don't forget who you're dealing with here. You act like you've got all the cards, but you need me more than you realize. If you keep treating me like this, you'll regret it. Without my cooperation, you won't have a way out of this mess.
Help me? You think you're in any position to help me? You're a joke, Ryan. You're the last person I would come to help for.
You're pathetic, you know that? Look at yourself. You're clinging to the past like it's gonna save you. You need to face the truth, Thomas. Your business is gone. Your influence is gone. And you're nothing now. You're just a washed-up old man trying to relive his glory days. Oh, it's sad. Really, it's just sad.
No, Ryan, you're the one who's out of touch with reality. Take a look at this.
What are you throwing at me? What is this? A divorce agreement?
That's exactly what it is. You're gonna sign those papers and divorce Holly. There's no need for this to go to court. We can do this quietly, or you can face a public battle. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Do you really want everyone to see what kind of a man you've become?
This is ridiculous. You really think that you can scare me with this?
You should be scared, Ryan. I know more about your situation than you think. You're not fooling anyone. I know what you've been up to with your company. You've been burning through money like it's water, draining your business dry. Your company is on the verge of collapse and everyone knows it. You think that you can keep bluffing your way through this, but you're running out of time. The truth is coming out, whether you like it or not. How long do you think you can keep pretending everything's fine?
Where are you getting this nonsense? You don't know anything.
Don't cut me off, Ryan. I saw you as my own son. All I ever wanted was for you to make Holly happy, and that's the only thing I asked of you. I gave you everything because I trusted you. How could you betray us like this? Was it all calculated from the beginning? You can't deny that you truly once loved her, but I saw it in the way that you looked at her. But now, you've thrown it all away for that secretary. Sure, love can fade, but there's a right way to end things. With respect, especially when you have Ethan. How could you hurt your own son like this? Do you think he'll ever forgive you for breaking our family apart? And now you have the nerve to say that you won't pay alimony and that Holly should leave Ethan with you? How could you even suggest that? It is outrageous.
No, it's not that I don't want to pay alimony because I can't. It's because Ethan is my son too. I have every right to be in his life.
You really can't keep your mouth shut, can you? What makes you think you still have any right to act so confident? Have you not heard yet that the contract you were banking on has already fallen through? The deal's been signed with another company, and everyone in the business knows about it by now. How can you still not be aware of what's happening? What kind of a CEO are you if you can't even keep up with news like that?
What? What are you talking about? They told me they were still thinking it over and that they'd get back to me with a positive response. They didn't say anything about closing a deal with someone else.
No, please. If they were truly interested, they wouldn't need time to think it over. In this business, you should know that when a deal is on the table, it either happens right away or not at all. How have you not figured that out yet? You know as well as I do that this industry is a small world. You thought that you could just use our company money like your own personal bank account, spend it on your little indulgences and get away with it? And on top of that, your personal life, cheating, abandoning your child, playing with another woman while still married to Holly, it's all out there for everyone to see. Do you honestly believe that a company would want to do business with someone who's dug himself this deep into a scandal? How could you possibly think your company could survive with you at the helm?
No, wait, Thomas, you're misunderstanding. Just hear me out for a second.
This, Ryan, is the contract you were so desperate for. Take a good look at it with your own two eyes.
What? How could you possibly have signed this deal? You're not even in the business anymore. You've got nothing left.
That's where you're wrong. People don't live in isolation. We survive and thrive by relying on others. Mr. Anderson himself sought me out and brought me in as the executive at his company. And guess what? The project that you were so desperate to secure ended up on my desk. I pushed myself harder than ever to make sure I got that contract, if only to teach you a lesson.
Wait, Mr. Anderson? Are you talking about the chairman of the biggest interior design company in the country? How could someone like him know you? I knew it. I was right all along. You had connections this whole time, but you never introduced me to him. You should have helped me make an impression, set me up for success. If you had done that, none of this would have happened. I wouldn't be in this mess right now. You think you were ever ready for those kinds of connections? Not even close.
Just stop it. Seriously, Ryan, you're about to make me lose whatever shred of respect I might still have for you. You're pushing me too far. Who do you think you are, talking to my dad like that?
Oh, so this is what it's come to, huh? What exactly did you say to him, Holly? What did you tell him to make him come after me like this? Don't forget that I'm still Ethan's father. How can you and your dad treat me like this?
Shut your mouth. Don't you dare say Ethan's name with that dirty mouth of yours. Do you think I've been holding back for your sake? No, I've been holding back for Ethan's sake. You don't deserve my patience, but I kept my calm because of him. But don't push me any further, Ryan. Don't make me let go of the last bit of control I have left. Do you really think I'm doing this because I need my dad's help to take you down? Don't make me laugh. Here, take a look at this. You know what this is? It's a lawsuit from your own employees. Thought you could run that company like it was your own personal playground? Thought your staff would just sit by and let you get away with everything? Look closely, Ryan.
What is this, a lawsuit? From my employees? What could they possibly be accusing me of? I'm their boss. What right do they have to file a lawsuit against me?
You've got to be kidding me. You've been so busy spending company money on yourself, you couldn't even pay your employees on time. Is that news to you? You push their paychecks back again and again, all while making them work overtime and sending them out on ridiculous assignments. And as if that wasn't enough, there are harassment claims. Sexual harassment, Ryan. You really thought they were just going to keep quiet and let you run the place into the ground because they were afraid of losing their jobs? They held on for as long as they could. But when they realized your mess was going to take down the whole company, they had no reason to stay silent anymore.
You're insane. These are my employees. You had no right to get involved. I don't know what kind of ideas you put in their heads, but I won't stand for this. I'll have you charged with defamation. You'll see. I'll make sure you pay for this.
Go ahead, Ryan. Try it. File that report. I'd love to see you give it a shot. I'll stand my ground with everything I've got, even if it means putting my executive position on the line. Do you think that's all I've got planned for you? Think again. I'm not going to just stop at this. My goal is to make sure that you're ruined for good. You will never be able to rebuild your reputation in this industry again. Let's see how far you can run in this tight-knit business world. Go ahead, try your best. You'll find yourself with nowhere to go.
Ryan, this is your last chance. If you don't want your life to completely fall apart, give up now. Sign the divorce papers. Don't even think about contesting the alimony. I want every penny, down to the last cent. And as for Ethan, forget about him. You're not seeing him again. He doesn't need a father like you in his life. He's better off without you.
Holly, please, I'm sorry. I messed up, I know that. I wasn't thinking straight, and I lost sight of everything that mattered. My pride got the best of me. I let it blind me. I realize that now. Please, I'll do whatever it takes to fix this. I'll get down on my knees and apologize right here, right now. I'll beg you for forgiveness, Thomas. Please, I'm sorry. I always looked up to you like you were my own dad, but I let my pride and frustration get in the way. I felt like you were always pushing me, criticizing me, and never giving me a break. I acted out of spite, but I realize now how wrong I was. But you saw it, didn't you? You saw the way that I looked at Holly, the way I truly cared for her. My love for her was real. I didn't mean for things to get this out of hand. I didn't know how to swallow my pride after saying things that I didn't mean. But you understand, right? You're a man too. You know how hard it is to back down once you've said something out of anger. I'm begging you, just give me one more chance. I swear I'll make Holly happy for the rest of her life. I'll be the best father Ethan could ever ask for. I'll prove it to you, not with words, but with actions. Please, just give me another chance.
I think you finally lost it. Look at you now, crying, begging, down on your knees like this. Why didn't you think this through sooner? You had all the time in the world to fix things, but you didn't. I gave you enough chances, and the fact that you didn't get it together is on you. You could kneel 1,000 times and I still wouldn't change my mind. So save it. Go beg to that secretary you were so obsessed with. Don't waste your breath here.
Holly, no, you don't understand. She was the one who came after me. I kept telling her no. I pushed her away, but she wouldn't stop. We were drinking, and I made a mistake. One time. After that, she blackmailed me, threatened to expose everything. That's the only reason I kept seeing her. If you don't believe me, ask her yourself. You know that you're the only one for me, Holly, please. I swear.
Are you kidding me? You think I'm stupid enough to believe that? You were out there flaunting your affair in front of everyone. People saw you, Ryan. When you were enjoying every second of it, you didn't think twice. Now you want to pin it all on her? You disgust me. I'd rather you drop dead.
What happened to that cocky attitude, huh? I told you, didn't I? I warned you that you would regret this. If you had listened, if you had taken even a moment to reflect on your actions, things wouldn't have gotten this far. But you didn't, and now there's no hope left for you. The board of directors at Luxury Interiors have voted. You're no longer the CEO. You've been removed from your position, effective immediately. So pack up and leave.
What? Who gave you the right? This is my company. You can't just have a meeting without me. No vote, no decision can be made without me. I'm the CEO. This is my company. Who do you think you are telling me to leave?
This is our company now. My dad's company. You have no right to be here anymore. Do you really think someone like you deserves to run anything? We took you in, built you up from nothing, gave you a place, and this is how you repay us? You betrayed us. You did this to yourself, Ryan. Now sign these divorce papers and get out of my life forever. I never want to see your face again. And neither does Ethan. So, what happened after that? Well, my dad took over Luxury Interiors, and the company's been thriving ever since. We've ranked #1 in the interior design industry for 5 years straight. Clients are lined up, and it's gotten so busy that I've even joined the company to help out. We're doing incredibly well. And Ryan? After being kicked out of the company, he clung to that secretary like she was his last hope. But once she realized there was no future with him, she left too. Now Ryan's just another guy trying to make a living, hopping from one small job to another, barely scraping by. Once a CEO, now he's working day by day just to survive. I know he's Ethan's father, but honestly, I feel no pity. His downfall is the result of his own choices. He thought Ethan was holding him back, but it turns out he was the one who ruined his own life. I've learned that when you stay loyal and work hard for the people you love, life rewards you. Thank you for listening to my story. That's it for today's story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. See you next time.